Mom's homemade chicken soup might be moving to the back burner. Researchers in Australia making a huge medical breakthrough, they say, a possible cure for the common cold. Here now to discuss is Dr. Richard Firshein. He's the medical director for the Firshein Center for Comprehensive Medicine in New York City. Doctor, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So this Australian drug maker says that they are close to a cure for the common cold. What is it?
Well, the drug is called Vapendavir, and it's in a class of drugs, as we call them, antivirals. Now, here's the story. Everybody knows the symptoms, right? Runny eyes, watery. You just feel awful, okay? What they found is they tested asthmatics, 300 of them in Australia, and they found they reduced their colds from 2.5 days down to 1.7.
Now, if it's so easy, why haven't we cured the common cold before now?
Well, the problem is there are over 100 different types of viruses that cause the common cold. The most common is called the rhinovirus, and that particular one seems to be what this antiviral fights against. One of the big problems with dealing with viruses is it also occurs during the fall and the spring, the same time when there are allergies. So people often mistake one for the other.
So how do they claim to have done it?
Well, the researchers, by working with this particular class, and there are other antiviral drugs, there are drugs that deal with herpes and HIV, and these particular medications disrupt the normal replication process that viruses go through. So they actually determined that in laboratory tests. They put it into actual testing, and they found out that it works.
So do you buy it? I mean, do you think that we could see soon the end of the common cold?
Well, I think it's going to be more complicated than that. I think that this drug probably works against a specific class. In the meantime, there are a lot of things that people can do. This drug isn't yet approved. We have a lot of natural remedies. People can use natural products like zinc, which has been shown to reduce the duration of a cold.
Right, because that also says that it cuts the cold in half. I mean,
exactly. So there are natural things that you can do right now. You can use a saline solution. Use Purell, product sanitizers, wash your hands. There are things that you can do every day. It's a big problem. 20 million lost days from school, 20 million people who miss days from work, 60 million people who get colds every year.
Right. So if this drug were for real, then it might be the end of the sick day.
Well, it'll be the end of one of those sick days. It reduced the severity of the cold. You still have to have the medication on hand. You go to your doctor, if you can get that appointment in, get the drug on board, and then you can have it. So you're really going to need that medication and take it exactly when the cold hits.
But all the things that you're talking about are preventative. I mean, the washing the hands, the Purell, the drink citrus, and all that stuff. That's stuff to avoid getting a cold. Once you have it,
correct.
What do you do?
Well, you can still take all of these natural products, and you can still use medications to reduce some of the symptoms. Of course, the problem with the medications is they can cause drowsiness, and they make you feel horrible.
Oh, they're horrible.
But think again, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D has been shown to help, echinacea. All of these things are natural ways to deal with it. One of the main things that I tell my patients, use a saline solution, that nasal spray.
Yeah.
If the cold doesn't take hold in your sinus passages, if it's there for a very short period of time, it won't break through and you won't end up with a cold in the first place.
That is a good hint. Dr. Richard Firshein, we will try not to put you out of business with these hints. Thanks.
Look forward to it.
Thanks so
you.
much for coming in.